Mr. Robo, nampenda sana. Kwa sababu ndio ametufanya, tuseme kwanza ni Mungu, vile ni Mungu. Mungu ndio anatoanga mtu pahali amemtoa, amemlete pahali mko. Ndio amlete kwa familia yetu na ameweza kutushikilia, ameweza kutuinua. Siwezi kusema mingi.
Cultural differences, it's not bad to keep our culture.
Yes.
But it's also good to evolve. Everything evolved from, we cannot say we are going to now cook on 3 stones each and every day. You have evolved from that to jikos, to gas cookers, to electric cookers.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't even have the right words to explain him.
Yes.
You've been a great pillar, not only to me, but my whole family, where I come from, my friends, everyone around me. You took me as I am, and I don't take that for granted. You made me a better woman, and I'll make you so proud. And I know our children are so proud of you, and they love you so much because you're a wonderful father as well. And I cannot be any prouder than I am. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because you've shown what happens when you empower your woman.
A warm welcome back to Tuko Talks. My name is Lynn Gugi. Now, before we took a break, Grace was telling us about meeting the love of her life, the rough patches in her life, and why she wants to encourage and also inspire other people. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Leo tumesema tutoki hapa mpaka tupate story yote. Karibu tena. Sasa tuendelee.
Yeah. So that is how me and my husband started it off.
Yes.
And this is the far we've come. Now God has blessed us with 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 boy.
Mtu akiambiwa
ati
huyu mama ako na watoto 4, they'll be like, you are lying. You are lying.
Imagine.
So congratulations. And you know, in every relationship, people go through stuff. So I don't want to imagine your relationship has been a walk in the park. So how do you guys handle miscommunication? And do you get people who are like, alioa Muindian? Does he get people who are like, alioa Mkenya? Do you get such?
Yes, now we get that, especially, you know, they start with the dowry. Anytime they see us, the dowry thing, you know, it's very sensitive with African setup and all that. But I always tell them, mzee alinunua bibi kabisa.
Kabisa.
Culturally, all steps taken. So he's one man that I'm so proud of because he did what was right. Again, with miscommunication in a marriage or a relationship, I think it's good, first of all, when you're angry. Don't talk things out when you're angry. But don't take too long to talk things out. That is one thing. Again, I think choosing a person who really complements your character as a person, because like me, I'm talkative. Talkative. That is one thing. I think you should, it's a lot to look for in a partner. And him, he does not talk much, but that does not mean, he can talk 1 word, and that is enough. And me, I know my limits. I know to what limits I can push him. He knows to what limits he can push me. And he knows when I'm angry, how to handle me. But I think clean in marriage, the best thing, and in relationship, take 1 day at a time. How was today? We've eaten. We moved this step in life. We are so much in love. Move that day at a time. 1 day at a time. 1 day, tomorrow comes, live that day fully. And that one has helped us a lot, because every day, if you're angry today, we sort it today. Tomorrow, we start a new day. Because you are bound to be together for life. You cannot keep on dragging, you know, grudges, anger, and all that. But I think also respect is very important.
It's paramount.
Very, very, very paramount in a relationship and a marriage. Because I would say, even up to now, unajua, you know, some people say ati yo kukaliwa chapati. No. Because like my husband, for all those years, Lynn, he's never gone out without me. Kama tunataka, you know, there's that time, you know, you have kids, you're a very young couple, you still need to live life.
I was going to ask you, how do you keep this
you
spark
see, we
alive?
got married very young. Us now, sometimes we decide to wake up, dress up, and go out.
You met him when you were?
About turning 20.
And him?
He was around 26.
Oh man, so that you guys, you were still young.
Very young. So, Nano, and you know him, before then he was working. He had been working for years. he started working quite early in his life. So none of us really experienced life, dunda and all those things. But we take things maturely, enjoy life maturely, knowing we're still parents by the end of the day. But sometimes we decide, tunaamka tu tunaambiana twende tupotelea watoi kidogo, and we just go, because you know you have to keep the frame burning. You're still young, you need to maintain that thing, because again when children come you can forget yourselves in the middle of all that. But that does not mean and also we try and grow each other as partners. That is the other thing. Namwambia, you know, you need to do this course, you need to do this to improve yourself. He tells me, okay, you do this if this is what you really want. We don't give each other limitations of what a person can do.
You fully believe in each other. Yes.
And we trust each other fully. I know if my wife goes here, she's going to represent herself as Mrs. Lobo. When I go here, I'm going to represent myself as Mr. Lobo, married to Mrs. Lobo.
Lovely. Tuongelele chakula sasa kwa sababu
I know now
you know us we are heavy on waru. Us we are heavy on waru. Them they are heavy on chili and all those. How do you, because me I just want to. Unajua pia mimi.
Now let me tell you, give you a story. When you got married, alikuwa ananiambia, we are the two of us. But you know, this chapati should be thin. So mimi Grace, pika chapati. Nakata kidogo hiyo siku, sasa takata kubwa. Napika, nampea. I said, they're not supposed to be like this. They're supposed to be small. Sasa nashini nikamwambia, if I roll it beyond there now, sasa hata itakuwa ngumu. So me I was like, hizi chakula, then I'll not be making chapatis. And you know, growing up, I used to make the best chapatis.
And here you meet someone telling you, see,
no, not TV. So I make curries like, can you add this and this? So I waited. My mom-in-law came to visit me once, and I told her, you see this son of yours, every time I make chapati, he's saying he doesn't want to eat. He's saying they're not thin. So that's when I was shown how to make roti.
Oh, good.
You see their chapati, how else we make one chapati. That one chapati,
kantoa 10.
That one atoanga about 5-6 in one. So you can imagine they are very small. So nikaona. So she told me to make dal, something they like dengu, you make it with the pressure cooker. She brought me spices. Then she took me where they used to buy in Ngara. Because then they love these freshly grinded spices. I was taken there so I could watch. What is she doing? What is she adding? Then I could write. So with time, I learned now the art of mixing these spices. This one and this one, if you want the kids to eat, if you don't want it extra spicy. So my mom-in-law taught a lot of things to make, you know, like the chapati, then they have like 6 types. They have alo paratha, aro roti, they have roti, naan, they have many chapatis because they love chapatis a lot. So that is it with their curries. So we've learned, actually the kids are already used to that because they don't know any other type of food. So with the spices, I learned the art of mixing them. Because then he loves my cooking. That one I know. He loves my cooking.
And now how is the relationship between the two families, his family and your family?
I think basically they learn to respect each other and they relate well when they meet. But like we say, so they don't ranga each other. They don't step into each other's business. So, but they let us be as a couple and as a family. So when they meet, they're okay with each other. They come there, they do whatever has brought them there. They meet at our place. We'll even spend a night together there. So we don't have any issues with each other.
Talk to me about your passion in leadership and why leadership and what type of leadership are we talking about here?
So,
Bishop Grace.
So actually when I was growing up, I was a leader throughout, a prefect throughout the life. I'm a firstborn of all these kids. I've always been like the one on top there leading. And when it got now to my adult life, I got to a point I felt like I've not really impacted the way I would want to see things. Wherever I've been, at some point I remember in high school I was the head of peer counseling. I was the CHU lady. I was the head girl at the same time. So they used to call me Pastor Grace. Wanaenda huko wananiita head girl. You know, all these titles. It's something that I experienced throughout my life. And growing up in Dagoretti, I think I went through basically what every other needy child goes through. And a time came I felt, now I need to get to the level of leadership in the country, like in terms of politics. And you know, Lynn, politics is not bad. Is maybe the people who are there makes it look bad out here.
A lot. They make it look so bad. Yeah.
But me, I want to refer it as leadership. So, because we usually say, number one, leaders will always be born. Day in, day out.
Yes.
Even presidents, we've changed presidents over the years. Besides even politics, even when you go to church, hata kanisa yenyewe, you find this priest, after 1 year or 2 years, we have another one. What was the mistake of the priest to be changed? Because that is how God created or made leadership to be like.
Yes.
And me, for leadership, I think you should impact people's life and improve people's life. And you as a leader, if you wait for at an opportunity or a time whereby, and you regard yourself as a leader, a time whereby that you can only do something to improve someone's life when you are benefiting, then you're not a leader and you're doing the wrong thing. So when I decided, I was like, I think the country has resources, and I felt like the Dagoretti South, we're not getting exactly what we really deserve. Everything is there. The country has the resources, and I think we can improve our lives better. And I felt like there is a shortcoming because Lynn, I felt the leaders that are there currently and those that are there, like some of them do not understand the needs of Dagoretti from the basics.
Yes, from the grassroots.
From the grassroots.
Yes.
I feel like unakuja, it's not bad kujenga barabara, it's not bad to construct or build this or that, but you have to understand the people you're serving. You have to understand their needs. I took my daughter, a bridge we used to use, Kadaraja hivi, going to school in Kirigo Primary. When it used to rain, it used to flood. So we would remove dresses, tight on the head.
Yes.
Tuvuke mto. Up to date, that thing has never been fixed. But so it's good to get leaders who relate with these things. They'll know where to start, what to place where. You understand?
Yes.
Because let me tell you, Lynn, there's no leader who is voted out because they did nothing. It's because they didn't do things the way they should be done. Their priorities were wrong. And that's why I felt I've been waiting for even those small things. As a child, I've grown up, why don't I take the lead? And it's so unfortunate that majority of us Kenyans on the other side, because you know, people who are still hustling, people who do not have much, we've made to believe that these seats, they belong to big people.
Yes.
People who have everything.
Yeah.
You know, that wezi enda, wezi simama hiyo kiti.
Weni mtoto wa nani?
Weni mtoto wa nani?
Exactly.
And those were the questions even when I started this journey. It's been 5 years. And Lynn, I started one project. Actually, when you go to Dagoretti South, where I'm vying as a member of parliament next year, they know me as Mama Tent. I started a project of tent. One day I sat down and I asked myself, what is that one thing that can bring the community together without choosing this is rich, this is a child of who and who, you understand, in a community. Because that is how I would want my leadership to be, you know, I would want that to be the reflection of my leadership. That putting the community together without choosing and making sure everyone is on the same level. So I chose tent. You go to any wedding, you get to any Rura show, you go to any Tega, you go to any burial.
Even funerals. There's a tent.
There's a tent. So I said, I'll buy these tents and then I'll be giving them for free as long as you pick it from the pickup point and drop it back. And this thing over time, you find you're putting these people together. Someone goes to that function, it does not matter, they're sitting under the same thing, the same tent.
I love that approach.
You understand? So they know me as a Mama Tent. Over the years, we've done many projects of which I can share for you. So me, what I would tell even young leaders and our people out there, you have to, you can start with the little you have from where you are. And that will give you the opportunity for you to even be able to handle bigger things when they come. You don't have wait for people to change for you your life. You know, like now, Lynn, me, I come from there. My nephews and nieces are still going to schools there in Dagoretti, the government schools. It will be better for me to change those schools and to make the environment more conducive for them, instead of me moving them from there, from where they know as home and from where I personally know as home. You know, it's better to change a whole thing that will change one generation from one generation to the other.
One step at a time.
That is how me I take leadership. So I think it's a high time, as even Kenyans, we think about of how we can choose leaders that understand our grassroots. They really understand the needs, not people who are coming to what have they done from the point where they are. Because you can always start. I believe you can always start with anything that you have. It does not matter. Lina, it does not matter unaendanga harusi as a leader, showing your leadership unapeleka kuni mbili. Saa zenye watu wanapika. It does not matter that unabebanga maji na mtungi unaenda kupeleka mahali. But you always have something.
Start with what you have.
Start with what you have. And that is how I reflect leadership. And that is why I'm saying even the young people, we should think of now taking the lead. Because a time has come.
A time has come.
The time has come.
Yes.
It's no longer talking about the future is now. So leadership is, I would want to look more of politics as leadership. Then we can take away this bad picture. Mtu akisikia tu politician,
mi hata sitakangi kusikia,
is a story stacking. Yes.
People say, when you guys, before you get there, you will tell us everything we want to hear.
Yes.
And then when you get there, you become completely different people. Is that what you're going to do?
No, Lynn. Me, I've already started with the little that I have. And I don't think, Lynn, that I'll do all this with if I wanted to do what everyone else would do, what every other politician does, I would have waited for the campaign time next year. Nikuje, nidanganyane, because that is how life is. That is what they have shown people, that is politics. But that is not politics. We can change that narrative. It's not about the money. It's not about how much you have. It's about what you can give.
Exactly.
Na
tuko pamoja.
Kabisa.
Literally tuko pamoja.
So
you, if you go out there and you make us proud, you will always have a
so
platform.
I'll make the people of the Dagoretti South, and I'm really asking them to give me that opportunity, to be an opportunity for even those children behind me, and also my age mates who have been made to believe they cannot do some things for themselves. So I think it's a matter of time.
All right. Na venye tu nimesema tuko pamoja. So if you ever feel like you want to come and discuss and tell people this is what I want to do for them, as long as you're authentic and you want to walk the journey, we will give you all the support you need.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
I'm proud when I see young people coming out. I'm proud when I see people who understand. I've been born here. I understand this place. You know, there's nothing as bad as when someone is coming, no offense, from Runda and coming pale and awambia, this is what I want to do for you. Like, I want someone who understands. I want someone who connects. And I believe if you walk the path, you are authentic and you really want to create change, then people will definitely support
I agree with
you.
you.
So all the best.
Thank you so much, Lynn.
I want to invite your mom.
Okay,
because
no problem.
we are eager. We want to hear from her. But before I do, and I know she's watching you, what would you like to tell her?
Mom, I appreciate everything that you've done for me. You've been a great pillar of my life in every aspect. Lynn, every aspect. Even right now, she's a campaign manager. Because she understands the community as well. And I don't think there's anyone better I would have chosen for that position. She's been a wonderful mother, a wonderful friend, a sister, and I pray that she may live long to see all the dreams come true. Na kiona hizo black cars zikiwa parked kwake nje. Just the way she dreamed about it. And I'll make her proud.
You'll make her
Everything
proud.
She did is not in vain.
All right.
I love you.
Okay. And to your husband.
Oh, my husband. Oh, where do I even start?
Tuanze tu.
My husband, oh, Angel Lobo, I love you so much. You are a wonderful person. Even, I don't know, I don't even have the right words to explain him. You've been a great pillar, not only to me, but my whole family, where I come from, my friends, everyone around me. You took me as I am, and I don't take that for granted. You made me a better woman, and I'll make you so proud. And I know our children are so proud of you, and they love you so much because you're a wonderful father as well. And I cannot be any prouder than I am. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because you've shown what happens when you empower your woman, or when you do things the right way, when you're faithful, and you've loved me just the way God would want, and I cannot thank you enough other than to make you proud. And besides that, you gave me everything, and you still give me your last name, and I'll honor that name and honor you as my husband. So I love you so much.
Lovely. And thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you so much
for coming and being so authentic and for inspiring so many. You know, si kila saa kwa show tunalia. Sometimes you just want that encouragement and you want someone to tell you that no matter where you are from, you can make it. Sindio? Karibisha mom kwa show.
Mom,
ebu ifanye venye ungefanya kama ungekuwa kwa hii kiti. Mom, karibu. Haya,
welcome our lovely mother.
You know, but mom, Grace, ebu amka mama kaya hapo kidogo. Mom, ebu kaa hapo. Sasa ebu kaa karibu na mama hapo. Unaweza tukalia hapa. Me want my just lean kwa hiyo kiti. Hatuwezi anguka. Sasa me want my audience to tell me, my people, who is who? Who is who?
Here is mother and daughter.
Age difference ni
16 years.
16 years.
Same difference between me and mom is the same between me and our last born.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are more like sisters.
You are more like sisters, and she's lovely. Grace, ebu enda sasa tusikize mama.
Okay, my name is Agnes Mikinya. A mother of 10 grandchildren.
Hey, mommy.
Wakumi? Kumi, I have them 10. Yeah. Nimelelewa huko Dagoretti Market.
Yes.
Na sisi tuko 5, my sister and brother, 2 brothers and 3 sisters. Mimi nimesoma mpaka stand 8. Hatukuweza kuendelea. Ndio nisikia tulioleka mapema. Tukaenda hiyo secondary ya housewife. Tukaweza kuendelesha. Lakini nafurahia sana hata kama sikuenda secondary, sikusoma. Naambianga watu mimi niliingia university. University nimeingia nikipeleka Grace. Kwa hivyo hiyo inakuanga kitu inanifurahisha sana. My first day kukaa na Jerugithai ni siku ile Grace alikuwa na graduate. Kwa hivyo university nikiulizwa vile iko nasemaga nimeingia.
Umeingia hata kama si wewe.
Hata kama sio mimi.
Tulipokuwa tunaongea na Grace niliona ukilia. Mbona nini ilikuwa inaendelea?
Kulikuja mwalimu mkuu wa shule ile tulikuwa tunasomesha shule. Akakuja akatuambia, sasa hii shule yenu imekaa miaka nyingi sana. Haijawahi peleka hata mtoto mmoja shule ya secondary, zile shule zinaweza peleka watoto pahali. Wakimaliza tu mnawapeleka shule za private na ni pahali mnaweza somesha watoto vizuri sana. Nataka kuwapeleka nyinyi wazazi seminar. Tulichukuliwa kama watoto, wazazi wale tulikuwa tumechaguliwa kama board member. Tukapelekwa seminar pahali. Sasa kwanza tulipoingia tulienda pahali hoteli Smart TV. Tukaingia tukaambiwa sasa huku ndio mtakuja. Mwalimu mkuu wetu ni mzuri sana, akatuambia, Agnes, tumemleta pahali pazuri. Kamwambia yeye huku ni kuzuri, basi tulieni mazuri anakuja. Nilimwambia sasa mimi nataka tuendanishe na nyinyi. Sasa wakati tulienda tukaambiwa first ni breakfast. Tukaenda breakfast ni sausage na masamosa huku na chai mayai kile unataka utumie. Tukakula, sasa tunaambia na huku ni kuzuri. Huku ni kuzuri. Haya sasa tukakaa tukamaliza. Mwalimu mkuu akakuja akatuuliza, Agnes, fulani, umeona kuko aje? Mwalimu umetuleta pahali pazuri sana. Mwalimu alituambia nataka kumuelimisha nyinyi kwanza wazazi wa Dagoretti vile mtakuwa mkielimisha watoto wao. Umeona pale mmekuja? Akatuambia, mmekula mzuri. Akatuambia ukisomesa mtoto hiyo maisha yako ndio itakaa. Sasa kile kilikuwa kinanifanya nilie. Kwa sababu nilianza kufikiria hiyo mambo mwalimu alikuwa anatuambia. Mimi naonanga Ringoge kwa mtandao. Sijawahi fikiria tunaweza kutana na yeye. Unaona? Sasa unaona Grace amenipeleka pahali sijawahi fikiria. Naona ila mwalimu mkuu alikuwa anatuelezea inaenda ikitimiza. Na tunakaanga sana wakati tulikuwa tunasomesa watoto. Na Grace ananiambia, kweli mama nitasoma. Na nitaka nisukume kwa sababu education is the only equalizer for the poor and the rich. Na tutakuja kuingia hapo matajiri hao tunaonanga ni matajiri wanaingianga. Kwa hivyo ndio nilianza kulia, hata saa hizi nasikianga emotion nikiongea pahali tumepitia na masomo na pahali tumepitia ili tuweze kuona maisha kama yao. Unajua saa nyingine tunaambiango watoto wale wa watu wale wako chini, mambo nyingi tunaambiango ni ya is for who is who. Lakini mimi naambiaga wazazi hata saa hizi, na nilianza kuendelea kuambia wazazi, someseni watoto. Watoto wetu wakienda huko na wale wengine waende huko na wale wengine waende huko, tutaweza kuwa kama hao mnaonanga ni wakubwa. Na kweli tunaendelea kuona maisha yetu ikipunguka.
Mami, buni kuulize, wakati mlikuwa mnapitia hayo mambo yote, wakati huku watu wanakudai deni, wengine wanakutukana, nini ilikuwa inakupea morali ya kuendelea na maisha?
Cha kwanza mimi niseme, mimi ni mtu ule yako na roho kubwa. Mimi sijali vile mnasema, sijarangi vile mtaniona, bora tu nijue nataka ile na ile nitafikia hata kama ni nini. Kwa hivyo mimi hata nikipitia hivyo tu nilikuwa najua tu hii yote itakuja kuisha. Mimi yangu tu nilikuwa naambia Grace, unajua ndio mtoto wangu wa kwanza. Na tumeamua tukusomese uweze kuonesha wale wengine, ama uweze kushikilia wale wengine. Sasa tukijifinyilia hii na wewe uende shule pengine disappoint, hiyo ndio itakuwa shida yangu. Lakini shida yangu si ati ni vile watu wananiona leo. Shida yangu itakuwa ukinidisappoint. Na kweli yako ni disappoint. Kwa hivyo hiyo yote nilikuwa najua ati hiyo itakuja kuisha, na nilikuwa tu nakumbuka ile mwalimu mkuu atulituweka katuambia sisi hatutakangi kujifinyilia. Na yeye alitupea mfano akatuambia mama yake aliwasemesa wote. Na alikuwa anakuja ile raba alikuwa anakuja nayo shule, ndio alikuwa anaenda nayo shamba. Wakati ya meeting anaosha hizo nini, anamezikausha na kitambaa, anakuja kama zinamwaga maji. Kwa hivyo mwalimu alituambia ni lazima ujikakamue. Ujikakamue uweze kusomesa mtoto. Kwa hivyo mimi nilikuwa tu narudi hiyo. Yule alinijeka kabisa ni mwalimu. Naitwa Mr. Wabogo. Hata tunamwambiaga si mwalimu, is a counselor. Kwa sababu mkifika kukuambia kitu ana kutitisa mpaka unasikia hiyo kitu. Sisi ndio alisomesa tukiwa wa kwanza. Kwa hivyo mimi sikuwa najari. Hata kama saa ingine saa hii ndio nasikianga emotion sana tukiongea, tukijua pahali nimetoka. Lakini saa hiyo nilikuwa tu nasema, hata mtu alikuwa anatembea kwangu hakuna kiti. Wanakuja wa mama, nimesikia mama Grace ameuza viti yetu, tuende tukaone. Namwambia kuja, chukua hiyo mtungi, kalia. Wale wanasemanga umeisha, ndio wanasemanga vile Mungu amekubariki. Kwa hivyo mimi sikuwa najali.
Kuna wazazi watakangi watoto wao waoe pengine, lakini as it looks uko na relationships poa sana na your your son in law. Ungetaka kuambia nini wazazi, na pia ungetaka kuambia nini bwana ya Grace?
Haya, wacha sasa niseme kwanza, tumekuwa katika community ile tunaambiwa hamwezi oa kwa kabila zingine hivi, lakini maisha inaenda ikibadilika. Mimi kwangu niseme, wakati Mr. Lobo walikuja na Grace, naitwa Angel. Angel is like a angel. Alikuja saa ile waliingia, alikuja kaniambia, "Hi mom, Hafiz is nice, unaona?" "Hi mom." Kaniambia, "Nimependa msichana wako sana." Nakumbuka mara ya kwanza aliniambia nitamuengage. Sasa mimi hata siku engagement ni nini. Nitamuengage 1 year.
Yes.
Tukisikizana nitamuoa, lakini hata 1 year haikuisha. Unaona? Kwa hivyo alikuja, roho yake haikuwa team. Anapeleka hivi. Alikuja on dialect. Kaniambia nimempenda, tumekuza na nitamuengage, tukimaliza 1 year nitamuoa. Vile sasa aliniattract na vile alikuja na mtu, unaona mtu very happy. Sikufikiria ni kabila. Sasa wakati alienda ndio niuliza Grace, "Na si umesema ni Muhindi?" Ni kwanza kitu ya kwanza nilimuuliza, "Wanasoma ni kanisa gani?" "Wao ni wale wa ng'ombe." Hapana, kaniambia is a Christian. Nikamwambia the fact remain, hata kama ni wa wapi, mtu wenyewe ni mzuri. Unaona? Mtu wenyewe ni mzuri. Hata kama ni wale wa huko, mtu mwenyewe ni mzuri na mmependana. Unaona? Kwa hivyo mimi nasemanga, na mama yangu ni kabila hiyo ya kuambia sasa nyanya ya Grace, msiore kwa kabila ingine. Tulienda naye na tukaongane, kamwambia sasa nyinyi mtabaki huko tu, ukisema watoto wasiende kwa kabila zingine. Kwa sababu huwezi wachanisha wale Mungu amewashikanisha. na unaweza mfinyiria oleke na kabila yanyu na wakose kusikizana.
Yes.
Naye nyanya mama yangu tuliongea naye nikamwambia Grace barabara nyuma ya sasa kupatana sasa na tukaona wamependana na wameoana. Kaniambia ni sawa. Kwa hivyo sisi hatukuwa na shida kwa sababu mtu mwenyewe ni mzuri. Sisi hatukuona hiyo mambo yao sana. Na mambo ikaishia huko.
Uliona mtu mzuri.
Uliona mtu mzuri. Kwa hivyo sisi hatukushida na ndio naambiaga wazazi usifinyirie mtoto wako kuoleka pahali wewe unataka.
Kwa sababu si wewe unaolewa.
Si wewe unaolewa. Unaona? Umwambie ukienda huko sisi hatufanyangi hivi, waende wakipelekane. Ile mimi tu nilimwambia edeni mkae, mkikaa ukiona ni mzuri nyumaye mtafanya harusi hiyo mnataka. Lakini mimi kweli nilimwambia usifanye harusi. Alafu mkienda kwa familia hiyo usikia hamsikizani, unashindwa na already mmejiwapa kila kitu. Sasa hata tukukaa kuangalia hiyo ya mambo ama nini, hata harusi tugiambio ni siku gani, familia yao ni wazuri, na watu tumependana, tulipatana, hata kama tulikaa sana bila kuonana. Unasikia tu wakikuja ni wazuri, hakuna kitu inaendelea kibaya. Kwa hivyo mimi ningeambia mtu aachilie mtoto yake pahali angeenda anajitakia. Yeye ndiye amejichagulia.
Yeye ndiye amejichagulia.
Yes.
Ungetaka kuambia nini sahi wakiwa wawili?
Hawa.
Hawa.
Aya, kwanza ningeambia Mr. Lobo. Mr. Lobo nampenda sana. Kwa sababu ndio ametufanya tuseme kwanza ni Mungu vile ni Mungu. Mungu ndio anatoanga mtu pahali amemtoa. Amemlete pahali mko. Ndiye amemlete kwa familia yetu na ameweza kutushikilia, ameweza kutuinua. Siwezi kusema mingi. Kwa sababu hata haonangi kama sisi, hata anionangi mimi kama ni mama ya Grace. Ananionanga kama ni kasista tu ka Grace. Hata kuna saa zingine naweza peleka Grace salon na namwambia muite mama. Imagine. Namwambia mama anatushikilia pahali pakubwa sana. Kwa hivyo muite. Ametushikilia, amesikilia brother yake. Kwa hivyo naweza kusema is my best son in law. Na simuonagi kama ni son in law, namuonaga kana mtoto wangu wa kuzaa. Kwa hivyo mimi namwambianga Robo nampenda sana. Na hajawahi hata nikasirisha hata siku moja. Tunakaanga tumependana. Hata mambo zingine tukipanga kila kitu tunapanganga na wao, hata kama mambo hii tunapanga. Hata tukienda saa nyingine tunabishananga, lakini at the end tunakaa tunaambiaga wewe mimi sikukwambia hivyo.
Unaruka vibaya sana.
Sio mimi ananiambia wewe madhe sikusema hivyo. Ulikasirika. Unaona? Tunakaanga kama watu wana nyumba wanapendana. Tunaongeanga kila kitu kizuri. Kwa hivyo nampenda sana pia Grace nampenda. Kwa sababu usipokuwa ni yeye anaonyesha Robo anapenda familia yake, hatugekaa hivyo.
Kweli.
Unaona? Msichana ndio anaonyeshanga watu ni wazuri ama ni wabaya. Pia Mr. Robo ndio anaonyeshanga Grace, anaonyeshanga familia ya kina Robo, Grace ni mzuri
ama yeye ni mbaya.
Ama ni mbaya.
Kweli.
Unaona? Kwa hivyo ndio tunakaa one family. Tukiwa na kitu baba yao anakujaga, tunashare. Kama hivyo amesema kwao ni kuzuri sana, hakuna privacy. Sisi tunakaa nyumba moja wote. Grace akizaa mimi naendaga nakaa kwake 1 month. Na hiyo ni amri ya kwao. Kwa hivyo hawana hiyo mambo, anakaanga kama wazungu tu. Kwa hivyo saa hizo tuko na sherehe, tunaenda tunafanya sherehe sisi wote, baba yao, baba ya Grace, watoto wangu, watoto wao, tunalala huko wote.
Awesome.
Naona. Kwa hivyo it's a good family.
It's a good family.
Kwa hivyo hatuwezi sema ati kabila hii ni baya ama hii ni baya. Bora ni familia mnakaa
pamoja.
Yes.
Na mnapendana.
Na tunapendana
na
sana.
Mnaheshimiana.
Yes.
Yes. Haya mama, asante sana.
Yes.
Acha tuite Mr. Lobo akuje. Najua yeye hataki kuongea sana lakini hii kiti lazima akalie. Sio?
Thank you so
Karibu
much.
sana. Welcome.
Then how are you?
I'm good.
Okay. My name is Angel Lobo, as my wife had introduced me.
Yeah.
Born in Meru, raised in Meru. moved to Nairobi
in
early 2000s for college. And so far been here in Nairobi for almost 21 years now. And along that time is when I met my wife. And that's how my life began.
Your life began when you met your wife?
Yeah, my real life began.
Yes.
Actually, before I met my wife, I was still working, I was trying to hustle up and down. And I think after I met my wife, that's, I say my life begins because that's when I started having my children.
Yes.
I think that's when life begins.
Yeah. And how is life now?
Life, it's not as easy as it looks.
Yes.
But when we're together, I think she makes everything very easy.
Really? Yeah. What is it you love about her?
She has a lot of ambition. She has a lot of fire burning inside her. I don't have that type of fire, but she has a lot of fire inside her, and she's very ambitious. That's what I can say. And she's very passionate.
Yes.
When she's up to do something, she's ready for it. Nothing can stop her.
Yeah.
That's what I like about her.
Okay. And there are a lot of misconceptions about Indians and Kenyans. You can't marry this person from this culture. Were you not scared when you approached her?
I knew what I wanted, first and foremost, and I was confident in what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think cultural differences, it's not bad to keep our culture, but it's also good to evolve. Everything evolved from, we cannot say we are going to now cook on 3 stones each and every day. You have evolved from that to jikos, to gas cookers, to electric cookers. Everything has to evolve, but remember where you came from. That's what I can say.
Okay. And what do you think has kept your marriage together?
Understanding, giving each other their space as well, and also having fun with each other.
Yeah. She mentioned you took her back to school. A lot of men will not. They will be like, nikufundishe alafu nitoroke. I educate you and then you run away. Why was it important for you to take her back to school?
You see, this is my family we're talking about. When she progresses, I progress.
Oh my goodness.
When I progress, she progresses. I don't walk up, I'll not go up the ladder and not pull her. And I know she'll not go up the ladder and not pull me. So it's all a help between each other.
Okay. Do you feel the same support from her?
Yes. Yes.
She's supportive?
Yes.
Yeah. And you also saying you're supporting her leadership ambition.
Yes.
Politics is tricky.
Yes.
For you especially to see your wife, you know, wanting to go to politics. What do you think about that?
Well, I know I've also had a passionate about helping the community. And actually with her being in politics, I think it will also give us a very good chance to do a lot and change the political rhythm which has been there.
Yeah. Many people will listen to what the family is saying. You see, when you get into a relationship, you are 2 people.
Yes.
But then the family sometimes comes and then there's this huge influence, and people who genuinely love each other don't end up together because of the influence. What would you say about that?
I think you have to stand your ground on what you believe in. If you don't do that, then I think you're in the wrong relationship.
Alisema ulikuwa umemwacha, mlikuwa mumeachana, and then you came back.
Yes, you see, it's also good to be true to yourself.
Yes.
If you're not true to yourself, you're not true to anyone. And sometimes you lose your focus. It's normal with any human being.
Okay.
When you get your focus back, you're back on track.
You're very diplomatic with your answers. You're very diplomatic with your answers, and you also have an amazing connection between you and your mom-in-law. But many people don't.
You see, that's a very vast question to tackle, because everybody has their own independent thinking. And most people would say, okay, should I look down, should I look up? I think it all depends on your character and how you are molded by your parents. You will basically think much into that. If we are not from a well-off family, as per se, and if you look down on people, I think that's where your big failure starts. Or if you look up onto people, that's also another failure. We are all equal. So Regardless of what. Whether you drive a big car and I ride a bicycle, we get to our destination.
Yes. We are all equal.
We are all equal.
I love that. If Grace is to watch this interview 10 years from now, what would you want her to know?
That I have her back. I've always had her back. And I know she has my back.
Yeah.
And we have been together for around 11 years, which has been, I think, it has not been as smooth as it looks to be, but we make it smooth, and we'll always carry on.
Yeah. And you'll always have each other's back. Thank you for being so diplomatic. This is our first very, very diplomatic guest. Sasa, you understand Swahili, si ndio?
Yes, very well.
Sasa, there are people who will, kuna wenye wataniuliza, kwa hiyo belu ulitoka, kuna wengine pia. Like, you have connection.
You see, it's not about getting married to an Indian or a Mzungu, which makes you make it in life.
Yes.
It's how you take each other.
Yeah.
That's what pushes you up in life.
It's not where you come from.
No.
Chatumalize tu wiki tu. We should get him a diplomat. You want to be a diplomat? No. And thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
It's amazing to see relationships that survive and thrive. And it's important for us to see men in our community who believe in what a woman can become and can be. And people who don't feel threatened by their wife's success. So for me, that's really important when I meet a man like you. And thank you so much for being such an amazing, not a role model, but for being such an amazing human being. Because I think that's what people should be. People should just believe in helping each other without expecting anything in return. All right. So my people, I hope amesema kwa hiyo bail si lazima kukue na wengine, but there are good people like him who exist. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. This has been one of the most impactful talks that I've had, and I hope you guys learned something, and I want you to comment and tell me what was it for you, what was the take home for you, and what do you think about our guests today. If there's anything I've learned is that anything is possible. Believe in one another, respect one another, and always believe that no matter where you are from, your dreams are valid. Thank you so much for joining us, and to our amazing director and camera person, the legendary Edwin Ochieng. I truly appreciate that human being, and also to our amazing editor David Muredi for compiling this part 1 and part 2 and making sure it gets to you right on time. My name is Lynn Gugi. Truly appreciate your support. Do not forget to subscribe. You want to share your story with me, my email is on the screen. Hit me up anytime and let me know what you would want us to talk about. Till next time, bye bye.